My name is Victoria Winters. A gentle night wind blows over Collinwood, and all is silent and peaceful. But there is no real peace in the night, for those in the great house, and for those beyond it. For one man especially, the approach of nightfall brings with it ever-increasing desperation. For a search is in progress, a search for a missing girl, once believed to be dead.
Well, any news? No, they're not doing as much as they could. Well, she should be easy enough to find.
Sam, they put out a 3-state alarm. They've combed every beach between here and Bangor and all the highways. What more do you want them to do?
I don't know. Maybe nothing.
At least we know she's still alive.
Well, she was.
Don't let your imagination run away with you. We'll find her.
How could she have walked out of that hospital in the condition that she was in? And where should she want to go? I just don't understand. Where? Willie? Please light the candles. Miss Josette is ready to dine.
Barnabas?
What is it?
Why do you call her by that name?
Because that is her name now.
But Barnabas, you know it isn't. You know her name is Maggie Evans.
Willie, that's enough. This is Josette Collins. It is her portrait that is hanging upstairs. From now on, you must call her Miss Josette, and Miss Josette only. You understand that?
Yes.
Then don't ask me any more of your weary questions. Miss Josette is waiting to be served.
Yes.
Are you comfortable, my dear? You look very lovely by candlelight, Josette. But of course you always did. What are you trying to say?
Candlelight.
We always dined by candlelight in front of a fire. The candlesticks are lovely, aren't they? They were part of your dowry. You brought them with you from France. You had a silversmith fashion them from your own design. You always had impeccable taste. You have your music box with you. You're very fond of it, aren't you? You know why? Because I gave it to you. It was the only present you ever accepted from me. You had to keep it hidden because there were those who were against our love. But no one will be against us now. We have each other. And soon, very soon, you will be my bride.
Bride.
Yes. Play the music box for me. That was your favorite tune. Hearing it brought you back to me after you had gone. I felt indescribable anguish at the memory of it. But now you are with me, and you will stay with me forever.
Excuse me, miss.
Tell him your name, my dear.
Josette.
To you, my darling, forever.
Forever.
I've drunk enough booze to float a small island, and I still get drunk.
I'd really tie one on if it would do any good, but it wouldn't.
Sitting around here is driving me up the wall. Why don't you phone the sheriff's office?
Sam, I just talked to him 10 minutes ago. He said he'd let us know if there was any news.
So, just sit around here and wait. Maggie may be dead or dying or...
Take it easy now, Sam.
Yeah, sure. Maybe you can take it easy, but I can't.
You think I'm not as scared and worried as you are?
I know you are.
But you should try to think about something else for your own sake.
How can I do that?
Oh, I know it's tough on you, but you should try to concentrate on something else. Go back to your painting.
I can't paint. I'm in no condition to paint.
Maybe not.
Every time I look at a brush, all I do is think of Maggie.
What about that portrait of Barnabas Collins? What did you decide to do about that?
Tell him I can't go through with it. No, not at least until I find something out about Maggie. As a matter of fact, I was thinking of going up and telling him tonight.
Well, listen, I got my car outside. You want me to drive you up there?
Why not? Anything's better than sitting around here. Maybe we can search the roads for her on the way up.
We've gone over that territory 100 times, Sam. So does the highway patrol.
I know. It would take a miracle to find her. That's what I'm praying for. A miracle.
Josette, look at me, my dear. Look at me. Look into my eyes. All I want is to make you happy. You know that, don't you?
Yes.
And you must never be frightened of me. Ever.
Frightened?
You were frightened of me once. So frightened that you ended your life on Widow's Hill.
Widow's Hill?
You didn't understand. I didn't want to harm you. Do you understand that now? Tell me. Tell me you understand. I've been waiting to hear you say that for so long.
I understand.
Tell me that you know that we're going to be happy together. Tell me you know that how happy we're going to be.
Yes.
You don't know what that means to me to hear you say those words. You can't know. Oh, don't withdraw from me. You said you aren't frightened of me. You aren't, are you?
No.
You want to be my bride. You want it as much as I do.
Yes.
I remember the first time I saw you. You couldn't speak a word of English. A beautiful, dark girl of 18. My job was to teach you English. Those hours we spent together were the happiest of my life. And we will relive them again and again as time goes by. Time will mean nothing.
Nothing.
I don't hear anybody stirring.
He should be at home. He always is.
What should I do?
You'd better answer it. Tell whoever it is I can't be disturbed.
What do you want?
Mr. Collins at home.
Can't be disturbed.
Well, it'll only take a moment. It's rather important.
He's busy.
Well, I won't take too much of his time. Just tell him that I'm here.
You wait here. They're here.
They?
Her father and Joe Haskell. They say, well, they want to see you. They say it's important. What should I tell them?
I'd better see them. I don't want to arouse any suspicion.
Is it safe for them to come in the house? Shouldn't I tell them?
Do as I say. Now take Josette up to her room and stay with her. Go with Willie, my dear. I'll come up and see you later on.
You come with me. Come on.
Why, Mr. Evans, I'm terribly sorry to have kept you waiting. Mr. Haskell, how are you?
Mr. Collins?
Well, I'm sorry to disturb you, Mr. Collins, but I'd like to have a word with you.
Yes, certainly. Come in.
Thanks.
Is there any word of your daughter?
No, none. Seems to have vanished into thin air.
Oh, I'm extremely sorry to hear that. If I can be of any service to you, I would...
Thank you very much. There's nothing you can do.
The police are doing everything they can to find her. We're still hopeful.
Allow me to share your hopes. What is it you wanted to see me about?
Well, I want to see about the portrait. I afraid I'm going to have to stop for a while.
Oh, I understand perfectly.
Well, that is, at least until I hear
Please
something
don't
about
bother
my
to
daughter.
explain. I would expect that you wouldn't want to be working at a time like this.
Well, I know how anxious you were to have your portrait completed, but... Well, I'm sorry, it just can't be done.
Please don't be sorry. As a matter of fact, I wanted to speak to you about my portrait.
Oh?
Yes, even though you had the time, I wouldn't be able to sit for you. As I told you, I have a plan to start a business of my own, and I find myself increasingly busy. I was going to suggest that perhaps we could suspend the sittings for the time being.
Mm-hmm. Well, I guess I could take it home, work on it there, when I start to paint again, if I ever do.
I'd rather you leave the portrait here. You can take the paints if you like.
Come on. You sit down nice and quiet, huh? That's right. Barnabas will be here soon.
I'll put your gear in the car, Sam.
Oh, thanks, Joe. Well, if you want to commission another artist...
Oh, please, I wouldn't consider it.
Are you sure?
Of course. You're the man for me.
Sam?
Yeah. Yeah, Joe.
You want me to take the easel, too?
No, I think it's better if we leave the easel here to keep the painting on it.
Okay, right, whatever you say.
What is it? What's the matter?
I heard voices. Voices. I heard voices.
You didn't hear anything.
I did. I know I did.
You just settle down and you'll be all right. You hear me?
Yes.
Good. Come on.
What room is this?
Huh? Well, you know what room it is. It's your room.
My room?
Well, sure, of course.
No, it isn't.
What are you talking about?
I've never been here before.
Never been here.
Why am I here? I want to leave.
You can't leave. You just settle down. You'll get in big trouble if you don't.
No, I want to
You're
go.
gonna get in big trouble, you hear me? Now, you just settle down and relax.
Voices.
Huh? Just take it easy.
Voices. I heard
Oh,
voices.
you forget about that.
I did. They were calling me.
I see we did come at a bad time.
What do you mean?
Well, your dinner table is set for two. You must have been expecting someone.
That's right.
I didn't know you knew anybody in town.
I have my family.
Of course, I forgot about that.
Voices. Calling to me.
Oh, will you stop that?
Voices. Pop. It was Pop's
You
voice.
didn't hear anything.
And Joe. They were calling me.
Nobody was calling you.
Yes. I have to go to them.
You're not going anyplace.
Yes. Yes.
You can. Or something terrible will happen to you if you left this room.
Please. Please.
Well, I got all the gear into the car. You ready to go?
Yeah, I guess so. Thank you, Mr. Collins, for being so patient about the portrait.
Of course. I'll show you to the door.
What was that?
Willie must have dropped something. He isn't the most agile of servants.
I would say he certainly isn't.
Well, please let me know if I can be of any assistance to you at any time, Mr. Evans.
Why, thank you very much, Mr. Collins. It's very kind of you.
I'm trying to protect you. Don't you understand?
Pop! Joe!
It's too late. They're gone.
I wish there was more of a moon. I can't see much of anything.
No, Look.
What?
Look, up ahead. There's a woman on the road. Slow down.
Is it?
No, look. This isn't Maggie.
I was almost afraid to hope.
Oh, every woman I see, no matter how faintly she resembles Maggie, I just can't help thinking that...
Yeah, I know. I feel the same thing.
Oh, it's terrible not knowing anything. I'd rather know that she was dead, anything, than just not knowing anything at all.
Don't say that, Sam.
Oh, I'm sorry, I can't help it.
You know, Sam, sometimes I get the oddest feeling.
What's that?
Well, that Maggie is somewhere nearby, very close to us. So close we could almost reach out and touch her. For some reason we can't.
I'd give the rest of my life to know that she was safe, or know anything at all.
Now, you shouldn't have called out. You just hope Barnabas didn't hear you. Barnabas.
Get out of here, Willie.
It was my fault. I knocked it over. It was an accident, Barnabas. Yeah, an accident.
I said get out of here.
Don't hurt her.
I said go. Why are you crying, Josette? Why did you call out? Why did you try to get out of here?
Didn't.
I heard something fall. I heard you scream. You were trying to escape from here, weren't you? You tried to leave me, didn't you?
No, I didn't.
I know when you're lying, Josette. You mustn't lie to me. You mustn't leave me. You're never going to leave me.
No.
Never.
No,
Dark Shadows is a Dan Curtis production.